Good morning. Welcome to SmartFox News. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
If you've been watching superhero movies on TV or on screen, you may be familiar with the plethora of female superheroes that have been featured in the past few years. Many of these superhero women started off in comic books, and before that, women featured in comics were oftentimes the superhero's girlfriend or someone he saved. Wonder Woman is one of our classic examples of a female superhero, but did you know that we had some female superheroes before her? Today we'll be looking at some of the lesser-known female superheroes who made a wave in our comic book history. First up, we have Phantama, the mystery woman of the jungle. She first appeared in Jungle Comics #2 in February 1940, which was a month after the first Flash comic and a year after the first Batman or Caped Crusader comic. You could say she took environmentalism to the next level because she used her powers to punish anyone who threatened the jungle or the jungle animals. She would transform from a beautiful jungle woman to a skull-faced monster, and she's credited for influencing many other superheroes who had transformations later on. She is considered the first female with superheroes to be put into print, but the woman in red is considered the first female costume superhero. Similar to Phantama, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, also worked in the jungle to protect its inhabitants. She first appeared in Wags #1 in 1937, and although she didn't have superpowers, she was pretty much a female version of Batman who had extensive combat and weapons knowledge. She could also talk to animals, which proved pretty useful for keeping the jungle safe. Although the whole jungle comic trend of the late 30s to 40s eventually died out, she was popular during her time and paved the way for other female superheroes because she was the first female to have her own comic series. Despite the huge comic book fandom today, comic books were going out of vogue in the mid-1940s because World War II changed that landscape. People didn't really care about the usual superhero stories, so comic book companies had to try to target certain audiences. Timely Comics debuted the Blonde Phantom in 1946, which was specifically targeted towards young girls. Donning a black domino mask and red evening gown, she didn't have the most unique plot lines. However, she was one of the first women to lead her own comic series and still popped up in comic cameos throughout the late 90s. In the early days of superheroes, everyone seems to have a little version of themselves running around as their sidekick. Take Robin from Batman as a classic example. Golden Girl, however, really stood out because Marvel Comics made her a pretty well-rounded character for her time. Betsy Ross, also known as Golden Girl, wasn't a damsel in distress but was one of the boys, so to speak, and could carry her own weight when she supported Captain America in the 40s. She even fought alongside her male peers against the Axis powers during World War II and showed that a sidekick could be their own person too. There are so many more female superheroes out there, but that's all we have time for today. If there is someone you'd really like me to cover next time, leave a comment below. We hope you enjoyed this segment.
Hello everyone, Kim McCoria here, and now it's time for a little math fun. What's the top number of a fraction called? Is it A, denominator, B, numerator, C, decimal, or D, fraction? Next question. What is the sum of the angles of a triangle? Is it A, 65 degrees, B, 90 degrees, C, 180 degrees, or D, 360 degrees? Stay tuned for the answers.
Hello everyone, it's Wednesday, March 10th, a rainy Wednesday, and this is my final news broadcast. I had a great time here at SmartFox TV, but all good things must come to an end. Here we go. First, for all of our younger viewers, Roblox is going public today. Yes, that Roblox. The raiser of children for the past year. The massive game platform has got nearly 33 million users and is valued at nearly $30 billion. You heard that right, $30 billion. For all of you out there who says video games aren't a thing, you are wrong. $30 billion, let that sink in. The price is $45 per share, at least at the time I researched this, and I plan to buy. After all, my daughter loves the game and I might as well make some money off the program that's stealing her from me. In other news, the MGM Roaring Lion, a staple for decades, is now going all CGI. That's it for that. Lastly, in some great news for the environment, Fiji's coral reefs are making a comeback after Tropical Cyclone Winston did massive damage back in 2016. The quickness of the recovery has surprised scientists and likely indicates that the reefs were actually thriving and well managed before the actual cyclone hit. In a time where coral reefs around the world have been hurt by global warming, it's nice to have a win. Well, that's it for the news today, and for one last time, I'm Chris Yates. Thanks for watching. I'll see you when I see you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a little math fun. Let's look over our answers. What's the top number of a fraction called? Is it A, denominator, B, numerator, C, decimal, or D, fraction? If you chose B for numerator, you are correct. Next question. What is the sum of the angles of a triangle? Is it A, 65 degrees, B, 90 degrees, C, 180 degrees, or D, 360 degrees? If you chose C for 180 degrees, you are correct. Thanks for joining me today, and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks for watching SmartFox TV. I'm Chris Yates.
I'm Kim.
I'm Sally.
I'm Tracy.
Until next time, stay foxy.
Stay foxy.